During the 80s, Chinatown was a different place, and it was my parents' wishes to have me far removed from Chinatown as possible. As much as my parents wanted to keep me out of Chinatown, I just kept crawling back, and now I'm here. My name is Wilson Tang. I am the owner-operator of Nom Wah Tea Parlor, Nom Wah Nolita, and Nom Wah Kwai. Nom Wah Tea Parlor is a restaurant located in the heart of Chinatown on Dorrier Street, and it's been around since the 1920s. My uncle Wally has been running the restaurant since 1950, and he had started from a dishwasher and worked his way up to owning the restaurant and buying the actual premise in 1974. I was born in '78. As a child, there wasn't many memories of Nom Wah. Back in those days, Chinatown was not a very safe place. My visits to Nom Wah were weekends or just a quick hello, but never to hang out there. And my dad moved the family into Queens, where he felt like that would be a better life for me. As immigrants, the thought process was to get your education, get your degree, and join the white-collared workforce. So I felt that I achieved it. I finished school, I got my degree, I started working in the World Trade Center. You know, 9/11 happened, and I had this other look on life, and I stopped what I was doing and kind of slowly try to get back into hospitality, and that was when in 2011 all the stars aligned, and the taking over of Nom Wah happened. I remember the reaction from my dad, very explicit to this day. It was in the lines of, "Wow, you're making a big mistake. You're now in your late 20s. You no longer have that hustle and drive." I dug really deep in, and I wanted to prove him wrong. 6 months into the project, and I proved to him that I can kind of revolutionize what dim sum means to Chinese Americans, and even immigrant Chinese. I really made my mark in Manhattan, Chinatown, on the definition of what dim sum is. And we have a small army of kitchen staff that makes dim sum every day. We also have supplement some of handmade stuff with machine-made stuff. We're really moving into a platform where we share the work, partially done by hand, partially done by machine. New York is such a tough market. There's restaurants opening every day, there's restaurants closing every day. How do I become part of the landscape? You know, having a social presence is so important. It's kind of reminding the diner, hey, remember us? Come eat at our place. I was able to capture that very early on, like through Facebook, and then it kind of leads to all these different other avenues of media. I saw Nom Wah as the quintessential New York restaurant in Chinatown. Like the tin ceilings, the fans on the walls, the mid-century lighting, and the tiling on the floor, down to the 1930s style counter bar with the stool seating. I thought it would be my way of preserving a piece of New York. It's been 7 years since I've been running the restaurant, and have turned the one location into 5 now. It's really turned into a moment for me to kind of leave a legacy, you know? Like I'm a dad now, I have 2 very young children, and my thought process has become, oh, I want them to grow up in a world where they can value hard work, and they can see what dad built. And hopefully they take a piece of my story and my legacy and rebuild and do more.